Hello, everybody, to another episode of Edside Listen. I am Jarrett.
I'm Matt.
Here we are. Winter is over and spring is here.
Oh, hell yeah. So we got 2 good weeks coming, boys, and then it's right into summer.
Yeah. I can't wait
until
all this snow. I'm holding off to buy new shoes because if you're from Minnesota, you know you should not buy new shoes directly after winter.
Because you know exactly what's going to happen. Oh, yo, I just bought these new J's. Oh, fuck, there's 8 more feet of snow.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just what happens. Good news. We have one like on our video.
We did it, boys!
We did it!
Oh, yeah! And we have a soundboard.
Finally, I know we have a soundboard, which is awesome.
Oh, yeah!
So anyway,
we're not gonna abuse the shit out of that.
Yeah, wait until I find more shit to put on.
I'm so excited. I'll send you a shit ton of ideas. It'll be great.
All right. So if you're not familiar, if you have been watching YouTube, if you're a fan of Matt Pat, I know Matt's not much of a fan of his.
I used to be. Back in the day when he made good content.
Okay, sure. I mean,
and then he started making theories of, is Mario actually Peach? Like,
yeah.
What kind of crack are you smoking, Matt?
Right. So one of his channels, Food Theory, suggested Taco Bell is more or less winning the food wars. If you have seen that one, and Taco Bell is building a 4-lane drive-in right here in Minnesota. Woo! Which is in Brooklyn Park, which
kind of sucks, because who wants to willingly go to Brooklyn Park? I don't know many people that do, but now there's a 4-lane Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But the reason why I say they're winning the food wars, I know we mentioned this a couple episodes back about Demolition Man. If you've seen that movie, Taco Bell won
the franchise wars.
Franchise wars.
Yeah, the franchise wars. So all restaurants are Taco Bell.
Which, oddly enough, because Ghost Kitchen. So yeah, that actually does make sense. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see this happen so I can see what it's like.
Yeah, weirdly enough, there's so many Matts I know, it's ridiculous. My brother's
Pollux.
Yeah.
So many.
My God. God damn it. I'll give you that one. That was my brother's roommate, Matt, is a connoisseur of Taco Bell. He flew to California, I believe it's in, to go to the world's most fanciest Taco Bell. It is like a 3-story, like, beautiful building with like a patio that you can go sit out on, and it's got like a view of the ocean that you can go and like see. And yeah, I'm like, this is ridiculous. But the kicker is, it looks like just like a Taco Bell inside. It just happens to be in a really nice location.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I want to go there, and we'll see how this 4-lane Taco Bell compares.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
It really does. Do you know the location? I haven't really looked it up.
I don't know the location. I could call him and be like, "Yo, Matt."
No, I meant our one.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't even think where though.
That's like the other thing is like, where do you put a 4-lane drive-through Taco Bell
in Brooklyn Park? I don't know. All I know, it's one town over for me. Honestly, they should have put this in Arbor Lakes.
Yeah,
there's plenty of room over there.
I could see it in Arbor Lakes. I could see it in Maple Grove. I could see it in some places in like Bloomington. There's a lot of other. Maybe not Bloomington, but
I could see it.
There's a lot of places I think that it could go. It's very strange that they're choosing to like do it there, but whatever. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's a prototype, so.
Yeah, exactly. They even said they're like, we're just experimenting in Minnesota. Happened to be the place that we're doing it, so cool, whatever.
Yeah.
Now we just need a 4-lane Popeyes.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. Oh my God, I can barely get service at one.
I know. Good luck trying to find one that you actually want to go to.
Yeah, that's like the other thing. It's like, God, I've gotten better service at the drive-through through Popeyes than I have like when like I could go in.
Mm.
And like maybe it's just in my mind. They keep the drive-in area really clean and nice looking, so it's like in my mind I'm like, oh, this is so nice, and everyone's super cool in there. But then it's like I remember walking into the lobby and like the tile floor was like all cracked. There's like water somewhere. The staff was just rude as fuck. Food was good.
Also, on a side note, yesterday when I got off of work, I was coming back home. It was 8 o'clock at night. And
ooh, late night for Jared.
Well, my job was $5 an extra for a certain time frame, so I picked up that shift. But anyway, I was coming back home. I wanted to go to Wendy's because I wanted to get one of the new chicken jalapeno salad.
Oh yeah, that is a thing.
Which is good. So I went to Wendy's. I don't know why it's always Wendy's and McDonald's are always packed this late at night.
I don't know.
Here on Zuxu.
McDonald's I understand because if you're like eating late at night, you probably have no shame and you're like, fuck it, I'll just go to Mickey D's. Wendy's never made sense to me why I see like lines out the parking lot after like 7 o'clock. I'm like, am I missing something?
It's like
Wendy's just
it's 8:20. Why is this line so long?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to Taco Bell because apparently nobody goes to Taco Bell in Brooklyn Center.
Yeah. Which you would think would be the 8 o'clock long last line compared to Wendy's, but it almost never is.
No. Same thing with Arby's over here.
Yeah, Arby's is another one where I'm like, you can get like a big ass sandwich for like $6. Like, I would eat that shit at 8 if I was like hungover or like drinking or some shit. That's where I would go.
Yeah, but
Wendy's, maybe it's the Baconator. I don't
know. I mean, Wendy's burgers are good, but holy shit.
I do like Wendy's
burgers. But holy shit.
But are they 8 o'clock wait in line for an hour good? No.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
I just recently resubscribed to Disney Plus just because WandaVision was over.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks from now, we were going to get Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yep.
Now, WandaVision in itself, the first 2 episodes were kind of iffy.
Yeah, I keep my opinions on WandaVision to myself. I'm not saying I kind of wasted my time watching it, but there was also other shows I could have watched.
Yeah. I mean, I like the introduction of Monica.
Yeah.
It was dope.
Yeah, that's cool.
Finally get her. I can't wait to see what they do with her.
Yeah. And my criticisms of the show is there are really good things in it, but those good things aren't enough to make me go, it's a good show.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of one of those situations. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just missing. Maybe it's because I'm not part of the Marvel hype train or something like that. I don't know, but.
So also on Disney Plus, that's coming out this month, is the new Mighty Duck series.
Because we can't just make anything original. We have to reboot everything.
I'm a little indifferent on this one. For those who aren't Minnesotans
or Midwesterns or Canadian.
So from the trailer I've seen, it seems like this new Mighty Duck series makes the actual Mighty Duck organizations the new Hawks.
I don't know. I haven't seen the trailer. I'm not watching it out of principle. And this isn't even someone that has like some, oh my god, my childhood is the Mighty Ducks or anything like that. I don't even think it's that great of a movie. And I know that's blasphemous to say when you live in Minnesota, but
yeah, it kind of is.
It kind of is. But like, I like it. Like if it's on, I'll watch it or something like that. I won't go on my way to be like, oh my god, oh boy, 3 a.m. Let's watch Mighty Ducks. Kind of situation like that. But man, is there like nothing sacred in Hollywood anymore? Like we have Cobra Kai is the exception because like that's a story people actually enjoy and they like took care to like make a continuation of it.
Yeah.
This seems like such a weird reboot, and it seems like they're doing the Disney gritty where it's like not really, and they just trying to be edgy and cool. But they're not.
That gritty. I don't know why I thought of Justin Jefferson doing the gritty.
Those are in fact 2 different things.
I know. No, I don't want this. I don't want. Damn it.
He's not talking about the Mighty Ducks. He's talking to his dog.
Well,
for those not watching. On
yeah,
YouTube.
for those not watching. So, and the bad thing about this, it's not even filmed in Minnesota.
That's blasphemy
Yes.
right there. Even as someone who's not a fan of the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
That's
It's filmed in Vancouver.
That's rude. That's just a betrayal. That's just rude.
I mean, I know everything was filmed last year, and I know, but still, it kind of
it makes. I mean,
filming
it makes
did
sense and stuff.
let. There are some people that did film.
Yeah, as long as you just had to, just not be dumb about it. You could do movie production and stuff. So I mean, that's all it was. Yeah, very strange to move to I can't imagine it's super cheap to film in Vancouver.
It's actually.
I feel like it's more expensive.
No, it's cheap. They get the only place I know that you get a tax break in is Vancouver, Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia.
And that one place in Europe that UL Ball.
Germany. Uwe Boll.
Yeah, always goes to.
Germany.
So yeah, those are the only three places I know you get a tax break from filming.
Yeah.
Because all of CW goes up to Vancouver. Pretty much all of Hollywood goes to Georgia.
A lot of Hollywood.
Everybody.
Like, oh wow, look, we're in New York, but that same street is not in New York.
Yeah.
In fact, it looks like it might be in Georgia.
Like in Superman or Justice League, where you can see the Sears Tower.
Yeah,
like that's
like,
clearly Chicago.
Yeah, it's like this is Metropolis, and I'm like,
that's the Sears Tower.
Metropolis is supposed to be New York, and Gotham is supposed to be Chicago. I think you're flipping your superhero cities there.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna see the pilot just because.
Yeah.
Because I kind of know where this is going.
Yeah. We'll see if we're right. We'll see if we're wrong.
Because it's kind of weird that Bombay just all of a sudden just now owns a rink and hates hockey.
Yeah.
It's like, so I know you went from Junior Olympics. By the way, I don't even know what happened. I'm pretty sure the Ducks is now District 5 and they just blew up.
Yeah.
I'm like, shouldn't you just go back to coaching District 5?
Wouldn't you logically just go back and do that? Like, why would you go out of your... I feel like you're going out of your way to do these things, but whatever.
And I was expecting Joshua Jackson to actually take over, not...
Yeah.
What's his real name? Not Sheen. Estevez.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
So, last couple days. Anyway,
yeah,
a couple days ago,
last week or something.
We finally get revealed, at least not. I shouldn't say revealed, but more of stills.
Yeah, so
of the new Space Jam 2.
So we finally, at the end of February, got like confirmation that Space Jam 2 is like in production. It's coming out, like, and it's been in the rumor mill forever. And we've gotten whispers that it's like happening, but now it's like.
Well, no, I mean there was that little mini trailer where we see LeBron and his.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But we never heard anything after that. Like that's it. Like we got a mini reveal where not much was even revealed. It was just, hey, look, guys, Space Jam 2, and it's
this
like,
is the new uniform.
Cool.
Yeah, and this is the new
and
uniform.
That's it.
So for those who do not know the actual plot, it's pretty much Bronny is not going the basketball route. He's going the game design maker route.
It's Space Jam 1, but instead of him playing baseball, he's doing some other stupid fucking thing.
Yeah, and so LeBron James and Bronny get sucked into the video game world.
Yep.
A la Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph. And they have...
Disney, I guess. Or no, it's DreamWorks.
WB.
No, who the fuck is that? Yeah, Warner Brothers, that's right.
Wait, are you talking about Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah.
Oh, Wreck-It Ralph is Disney.
Yeah, Disney.
But Space Jam is Warner Brothers.
Yeah, Space Jam is Warner Brothers.
So, yeah, a la Wreck-It Ralph. And so now LeBron has to save his son from 2K players.
2K
players. I forgot who they're going. I know one of them is Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas and
I can't remember the other 4.
Oh, I feel bad about not remembering, but
Doesn't matter.
Point being, there's no fun aliens trying to get the Looney Tunes to go to Space Mountain as slaves, because that was acceptable in the 90s.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be hilarious to see Don Cheadle as a bad guy.
Oh, God. I would pay infinite amount of money to have Don Cheadle be this over-the-top bad guy who, for some reason, wants, like, revenge or to make LeBron's life miserable, and he does it in the most ludicrous way.
Yeah.
And he has to admit that it's a ludicrous way. He could have been like, oh, yeah, I could have done any number of things, but this seemed the best option, and then everyone just kind of goes, what? What are you talking about? It's like, just go with it. Like, I would pay so much money for have like a self-aware Don Cheadle play the bad guy. Oh, I would have been so happy to see that.
But the biggest draw of this whole nuanced sequel is the Lola Bunny rework.
Yeah, so to give you a little bit of backstory, all the characters are kind of getting updated from their old look to, if anyone's seen like the new Looney Tune cartoons and stuff, based more off of that than, you know, their old original designs that people grew up with, which, whatever, I don't care, you know, things change. A very small subset of the internet lost their collective mind, so normally when you see articles about this, it means like 2 or 3 guys on Twitter were like, this sucks and blah, 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 and like they're like, well, it's a slow news day, so let's just write about this and say people are outraged. So yeah, Lola Bunny got a new design, and I kid you not, the major outrage is that they put more clothes on her.
Yeah.
That's about it. She's slightly less curvy, and she has more clothes on.
Yeah, because they they pretty much did away with the midriff.
Yeah, no more midriff.
And she's less
voluptuous.
less heavy bound.
Yeah, a little less curvy in areas.
Now, to me, I think this is more LeBron, because I know he has more input in this production than Michael J. had in '96.
Yeah, I mean, whoever made the call, I don't really care.
I don't either. But at the same time,
I'm already furry. It doesn't matter. I don't need.
Yeah.
I can go back and watch the original Space Jam.
That's true.
It's still there.
True.
There's fan art everywhere. I don't need a fucking Space Jam 2 to get my rocks off. Fuck off.
And it is weird. I had to look up the date the Space Jam 1 came out.
When was it?
It was '96.
It was '96. Okay.
And like,
I'm as old as Space Jam.
So I had to look it up. I'm like, is this when I became a furry? I'm like, no, it wasn't. It was actually Tiny Toons Adventure.
Yeah, you told this story. I love it.
What, did I?
Yeah, you've told this where it wasn't Space Jam. And yeah,
It was Babs Bunny and Fifi.
Babs Bunny.
Oh my God.
Hold on, let me remind myself about Babs Bunny here real quick. Babs Bunny. Safe search on. Yep, she was sassy, dude.
Yeah.
She was sassy as shit.
Yeah. So.
Babs Bunny adult version.
Pretty sure there is.
Oh my.
Oh my.
We're gonna bookmark that for later. What were we talking about? Yeah, actually, I had this. I don't know what brought that thought process on of what turned me into a furry. I think Space Jam laid the foundation, and then Sly Cooper probably made it
really
like solidified. Because Carmelita Fox. Oh man, she pushed buttons on me that I didn't even know were activated at that age.
Right. Yeah, I think for me it was Tiny Toons that laid the foundation. There was that one episode of Chip and Dale where where she went undercover.
Yeah, low key, if you go back and watch Chip and Dale, there are so many adult references that like even as a kid you were like, oh my, should I be watching this? Like they weren't even subtle about it.
But yeah, it was definitely Babs, and it grew into Lola, and then
Babs into Lola. Oh, that's the Bunny Girl. It all makes sense.
It does.
We have to show off your Bunny Girl collection at one point.
Sure. Yeah, because.
Well, if we get to 100 subscribers, we'll do a Bunny Girl reveal. Like and subscribe.
Oh God, damn it!
I've always wanted to do that.
We did it the first time.
I know, but now we have a goal.
Well, once it picks up, then we have to. I think we we're obligated to do it. Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see if you sick degenerates out there want to see it.
So
Says the sick degenerate running a hentai podcast.
We're the only ones.
Huh. Trash Taste did an episode on hentai, but then the cowards bowed out.
What?
Yeah, Trash Taste is like a couple of voice actors in the industry made a podcast, and like they did one episode on hentai, and everyone's like, "That's super great, do more." And they're like, "Nope, we're done." I'm like, "You cowards."
Wow. How long ago was this?
January, I think.
Oh,
December.
This January?
Yeah, January or December is when they did. They did it a couple months ago.
Oh, okay. So yeah, moving on. Anime reviews, or talk about. Anyway.
Discussions.
Yeah, discussion. Thank you. So the first one up is Cells at Work Cold Black. Now, if you've seen the main one, and the Cold Black is the spinoff.
Yeah. So I know. So quick explanation for like the two people that don't know. Cells at Work is a anime about the human body. You know, you follow a red blood cell and white blood cell, and they explain the workings of the human body with cute little anime girls and figures and little scenarios and stuff. Really fun, really entertaining. Actually, fairly educational if we're being honest. The guy that wrote that had help from like actual like medical students and stuff to like verify a bunch of his information. So it's actually fairly accurate. Go and watch it. Code Black is a gender bend series, not one or two characters. Everything.
Well, except for the platelets.
Yeah, whatever. Platelets are cute. We don't need the gender bend the platelets.
Yeah, for the most part, it pretty much is.
It's like 90% of the cast. Anyone that's important has been gender bent, basically.
Flipped. So, Cold Black is basically kind of what it sounds like. Mm-hmm. It starts off, cells, new blood red cell, just first day on the job. First day on the job, he goes, run here, run here. I'm like, why are we running so much? Well, because his body's pretty much shit.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a smoker. The first episode has him inhaling smoke.
Yeah.
It was his first one in 10 years. Now, I'm not a smoker, so I can't really say. I'm pretty sure his body should have been cleaned up.
After
10 years,
I feel like
it should have been cleaned.
Okay, or at least at the tail end of being okay.
Yeah.
So,
but apparently not.
I don't know. That's the one thing I'm like not sure on. So,
the first episode was like, okay, we see the effects on nicotine, which is pretty dope. You see the inside of it.
That's real cool.
The second episode, we see him. I guess the body intake alcohol, mm-hmm. and it affected all the red blood cells, and and they go to the liver, which turns out to be the red light district, which is awesome. So they go to the liver, and they get, I guess the liver, I can't remember what the cells are called, but anyway, the liver cells, they give them this tonic so they can detox.
Yep.
And it's pretty dope.
Oh, it's so fun.
And the last couple minutes, we see an old man, one of the red blood cells, die.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad, but this is this is a lot. What happens when you drink?
Your cells are dying.
And then we get to episode 3, which I thought was hilarious.
I loved episode 3.
Episode 3 is where he needs to get an erection. So somewhere in the brain, it's like arousal just popped up, like arousal mode. All the red blood cells go to the dick. We gotta go to the dick, push it out. But they couldn't push it out because he has ED.
Yeah,
he had ED. And next thing you know, wait, hold on. Everything's all relaxed. Red blood cell. Why does this happen? Well, he took Viagra. Oh. And then after the deed was done, episode 4, I think that's where I left off. Mm-hmm. He gets a venereal. He gets gonorrhea. Oh my god. I mean,
it is the fucking funniest goddamn thing on the fucking planet, and I love it so much.
Oh.
Keep in mind, like the original Cells at Work is just like, oh, they have a cold, and this is what happens to your body. Oh, they have they're fighting the infection, and this is how it like is represented.
You gotta scrape on this.
Yeah, you gotta scrape, and this is what your body does to fix it. Like all these like normal mundane things.
Yeah.
And then you go to Code Black, and it's like this guy smokes. He's ruined his fucking
Drinking.
life. He's got ED. He's an alcoholic. He's got the gonorrhea.
Yeah. So my theory on this, even though cells, what we're perceiving from the cells perspective is. This is on daily thing.
Yeah,
However, I'm pretty sure this is all in one night.
Yeah.
I'm he's smoking,
sure.
drinking. He got aroused.
Yeah, got aroused. Gonorrhea.
Gonorrhea. So I think the first 4 episodes is all in one day.
I'm 90% sure.
So I can't wait till I see the next episode.
So fucking funny. I love it.
I can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah.
For the other cells. What I'd want to see. I know it's be kind of dark. I want to see what chemo will look like or something like that.
Oh, that'd be dark.
Yeah.
Like the mass genocide of blood cells. Oh, that'd be real sad. I don't want to see that. They're all so cute.
I mean, I wouldn't mind just to see what actually happens in the body. But like I said, it'd be really dark. But I would like to see what chemo will look like in the last episode. The fucking penicillin. It was fucking satellite. It's just fucking.
It's so good. Go watch both series. Actually, they're just.
Although I don't remember I didn't realize you could take penicillin as inhaler because it wasn't a needle.
You can.
Huh. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's technically a steroid, I think. So, and that's all the inhaler is. It's just a steroid.
So yeah.
Point being though.
Go watch Code Black.
Go watch Code Black and the original one. Both. Go watch both.
Our main special.
Our boy, tearing shit up, slaying the ladies with his dick, Redo Peeler.
So, episode 6 and 7 was the Revenge of the Captain.
Yep.
So he went to the heroes' village, rounded everybody up. Brought them back so they can smoke out the healer. Say, hey,
you don't show up, we'll kill your village because they're all bad people because you came from the village and blah blah blah. You know, that kind of situation of heretics and all that good shit.
Now, the first change I noticed was, like I mentioned last time, I guess stepsister. She actually survived. She didn't die in the village.
Nope.
She actually been brought to Coliseum area because she wasn't actually in the Coliseum.
Yep.
I mean, the sex scene in itself, I mean, it's a sex scene. So, but yeah, I was very...
It's as PG-13 as they can get while also being terrible.
Yeah. So, I was very surprised that she actually survived all this and didn't bite her tongue like in this manga. Second biggest new thing was this little kid that we didn't, no name, no nothing.
Not even.
He was the only survivor of this whole ordeal during the Coliseum attack.
Yeah.
By the way, the whole Coliseum, holy shit, that was a bloodbath. Literal fucking
literal bloodbath.
bloodbath.
Raining blood. It was kind of gross to look at, actually. I was like, I'm not like squeamish or anything, but even I was just like.
The only time I get squeamish is if somebody like slices the Achilles.
God.
No matter if it's animated or in real, I'm like, can't do it.
Can't do it.
Like even now, like side note, when basketball players has Achilles injury, I'm like, just for doing, and you hear Skip Bayless, your Achilles can go like that. It just has me conscious all the time when I'm at work. I'm like, So anyway, back on topic. So yeah, the Coliseum episode I thought was great. I know I didn't expect a sex scene at the end of that episode, but they just threw one in.
There.
I was like, well, I guess we're getting a sex scene in every episode now.
Yeah, that's like their quota, which I'm like, okay.
I'm not complaining.
I'm not complaining, but it's at the same time, I'm like really?
Dude, I thought we were going to have a break at least, but I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, I was super wrong on that.
And then we get to episode 8 this last Thursday?
Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, or whenever it airs for streaming services and shit.
So we finally get to meet up and coming.
Not yet to Demon Lord.
Yeah. So although I don't remember her getting her, I guess, clan members on the back of the wings. I don't remember that seeing
either.
that.
Maybe that was just him saying it as a metaphor, like your entire clan rests on your wings or something like that. Maybe that's what he meant. But I also have a feeling that it's like your entire clan's power is literally in your wings, like
probably
this fucking show and the changes they're making. But we'll see. I don't know for sure. But
yeah, there
super funny. The end scene has already been memed to death. You guys have already
seen
it.
Because I was going through Reddit, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know what that is.
I know what that is.
I haven't seen the episode yet. So I didn't like, who the hell is this? I mean, what the hell? Oh, that's where it came from.
Yep.
So I'm very excited to see what. Well, you already guys know I'm already excited for this series finally blossoming, being animated.
Yeah.
The only way this is gonna be elevated is when Solo Leveling gets that adapted.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we'll see how that is. If it's like a Netflix Crunchyroll thing, I'm gonna lose my shit because those have all been not great, except one.
I don't see Netflix acquiring it.
I hope to God not.
It probably is gonna go to Crunchyroll. On account it God of High School got it.
Yeah, and like that's the issue. Like they're doing all the webtoon stuff, so it's like, which I haven't enjoyed any of them.
I stopped watching God of High School once that tournament started. It's like, it's taking too long. It's taking too long.
God of we've talked about this before, where it's like they introduce so many unnecessary threats. Like you already have an interesting plot, like martial artists gather from around the world to compete in God of High School. There's your plot. There's your conflict. We don't need, and there's also this evil organization trying to summon God, and the God of High School organization is also kind of trying to not summon God, but there's like a key, and he's like a dude in the tournament, and like he's like a fox guy, and like he's kind of a god, but not really, and it's like, yeah, he's kind of powerful, but not. I'm like, what crack are you smoking? You have a high school like kung fu battle tournament where people are already better than the average human. Like that, there's your conflict. We don't need anything else.
Yeah.
Like Shokugeki, we don't need an evil council of evil chefs or anything. You have Food Wars. It's right there in the title. Fuck off. God, it's so dumb. So many unnecessary things happen in so many series.
So Matt and I have our kind of picks for quintessential quintuplets.
Yeah, quintessential quintuplets.
So this last, not Welcome to 3-1, the one prior to that, when they were leaving the Hot Springs episode, I can't remember what that episode was called. But anyway, at the end of the episode, we see Futuro getting grabbed by one of the girls and one of the wedding bells ringing.
Yep.
Now, they didn't show who it was, but next episode, in Welcome to 3-1, we come to realize he was actually kissed while the bell was ringing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my theory is either Nino or Itsuki.
They can't fucking fool me. It's Suki, the main sister who always has like these important conversations with them. They're not gonna fool me.
Well,
I would love it for it to be.
No,
Nino
I mean, wait,
anyone else.
Ichika. I'm sorry.
No, you think it's Ichika,
yeah,
the actress one.
Yeah.
Okay, you think it's Ichika
or Nino.
Yeah, no, they can't fool me. It's gonna be it's Suki because she has the most important roles, and she's probably gonna be elevated in the next couple of episodes, or some bullshit like that. I would love for it to be Nino because she's absolutely gone past Miku in my heart as like actively awesome and cute and adorable and just so cute, so cute. She works with him now and blew him a little kiss, and I was like, yes, let's go. And Ichika is kind of just being a bitch, and she's like, no, I don't want anything to change and no progress to happen. Oh yeah, by the way, pretty much all of us love him. Do you? No? Yeah.
No.
Like, come on.
No.
It's like, come on, woman up, bitch.
Yeah.
You're going to be an actress. You have the power.
So yeah, that's one. It's got to be one of those two for me.
All right. And again, I would love for it to be anyone else but the main sister, because I think she's incredibly boring. But I know how anime works, and it pisses me off.
Well, yeah, because it's not going to be Yotsubo, because it's never her. In harem, it's never that type.
I refuse if I go, like, because I'm going to read the manga when the anime's done, just to, like, catch up and see. If it ends up that she somehow pulls, like, a fucking curveball and ends up being the bride at the end, I'm going to lose my shit. Yeah. She's so boring as a character. Her entire thing is, I try really hard. Okay, study. But, like, sports.
Yeah.
I want to do sports, and that's how I try hard. I'm like...
That's why it's...
You're boring.
In harem
so
tropes,
boring.
it's never her.
And she's not even, like, tomboyish either. Like, that's the other... If they went, like, the tomboy route with her and, like, did the sports thing, I would have been like, okay, cool, whatever. We can have some fun with that. No, she's just boring. I don't like her at all.
I mean, she's funny. She's funny.
No, I mean, and when I say, like, I don't like her, I mean, like, as, like, a candidate for who I think he ends up wiping. I love her as a character. She's very cute, very sweet girl, you know, all that good shit. Very well voice acted. So,
yeah.
I can't complain. Unless, of course, you know, she's somehow the wife, which I will fucking kill somebody.
And it's never the soft-spoken type either, so...
Miku, I was rooting for you.
Yeah, it's not going to be Miku either.
I just want you to find happiness in this world, Miku.
Because, I mean, look at everybody. It's not... not RE0. What's that? Shit, the Groundhog Day one.
Yeah, ReZero, where he dies.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where he dies and, you know, gets reset and shit.
Yeah,
that's ReZero.
So, yeah, it's not Rem. What's another one?
Well, it's really not Rem because she doesn't technically exist right now.
Oh, well, I don't watch it, so... I don't watch. After the first two episodes...
It's so dumb. We say it's not Rem, but every fucking time we have that stupid debate of best waifu, people are like, I'm going to pick Rem, and I'm like...
Okay. Yeah, just...
I hate that shit.
So...
We put a ban on that in Pokemon the first movie for... I can't remember which category we did, but... Yeah, you can't answer Rem for best waifu. I don't think we banned
Pokemon first one.
I thought we did.
I know we banned Rem. I know we did.
We for sure banned Rem. We make that very clear.
So, another theory I have is for
the theories today. We have some Matt Pass in this bit.
Well, they're very minor, anyways.
Gotcha.
But I'm a spider. So what? My theory is this is pretty much some Westworld shit, season 1.
Are you fully caught up?
Anime-wise, yes.
Okay.
So based on the dialogue from the last episode I watched, it sounds like they all been reincarnated day one, like as a baby, and then she just happened to be born first, and then everybody just, you know, grew up at this certain amount of time, and she is actually the Demon Lord, and we're just like I said, if you've seen Westworld season 1, the plot twist was we're seeing the past and present.
Yep.
Yeah. So as a spider, we're seeing the past, and then the human like characters the present.
Yeah, she's been like alive for like 15 years or whatever. How old all the main characters are. So yeah. To answer people's question of, because he asked about this last time of, is she like climbing or is she descending? She's climbing, and it's taken her forever to do it because she's like constantly grinding levels and shit on these lower levels, fighting these things that she shouldn't technically be able to kill. But because she was a fucking nerd in her past life, she's like, I know all the strategies and shit like that.
Yeah, and
which, by the way, I have to admit, I was talking with one of my friends watching this. It was like, this series would suck if she wasn't a fucking nerd. Like, it's like we had to spend half the episode with like the voices and stuff explaining everything to her. Like, this is what hit points are and magic points and shit.
Yeah.
I would have fucking not read this story. But like the fact that she's like, oh fuck yes, skill points and HP and all these new magic things. Hell yeah, I'm loving it.
And it is kind of weird last episode where the elf teacher, was talking about where everybody was at, and then she mentioned, well,
yeah, she dead.
And then it was like 4 people are dead. What? 4 people are dead? And then they just glossed over it. I'm like, well, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
4 of your classmates just died, and you just like...
She's like, yeah, we have like 20 here. There's like 15 at the elf village, and 4 of them are dead. And
what, 4 died?
And
like, what about these other... I'm like, 4 people just died.
No, I would have been like, yo, wait, hold the fuck on.
How?
Which ones? And how? When?
Yeah. And that was it. They just completely glossed over it. I'm like,
I also don't buy, and they try this in the novel too, and where the bully chick was like, oh my gosh, what about this one girl that I bullied and now all of a sudden feel bad for? It's like, oh, she's dead too. It's just like, oh no. Anyway.
Yeah, and
I'm like, what do you care? You didn't fucking give a shit until you all became fucking reincarnated. You were a dick. Fuck you.
And it was funny because they actually, the reason why I thought it's actually good a correlation because that's her and that fucking egg in episode 2.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, this is Westworld shit. This is the past. And this guy speaking, I don't speak.
Yeah, to basically explain, some people who are watching it might have been confused. When they talked about, oh yeah, some adventurers happened to find some silk that was in bowls that didn't get burned up, so they brought it back. That was her webs from her old home when she was interacting with the egg and shit. And yeah, the egg that they brought back was, anyway. Point being, so we're seeing kind of a wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey bullshit, but if you think about it for a little bit, it's not that hard to...
No, I mean, especially, like I say, if you've seen Westworld...
Yeah, if you've seen stuff like Westworld or like anything where they tell things slightly out of order, you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm very excited because now technically everything's caught up time loop-wise, kind of, sort of. So we'll see. Also, Super did not care that the hero died and like fucking lost his shit in the middle of the classroom. Did not give a shit.
Well, I mean, it was pretty obvious. I mean,
could not care.
If you didn't skip the opening, it's right there.
Well, it's like, I don't care about these characters. Like, that's the I like the spider. I like some of the demons because they're kind of fun for the little bit that we've seen them, and like that's it. Like, I don't care about these human characters or the teacher or anything. They're all boring and they're all dumb.
Yeah.
So when he's like, "Oh no, my brother's dead and I'm the new hero," I'm like, "Oh no, what are we gonna do? You poor." You whose name I forget.
yeah, for real. Because they barely show him as it is. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's I guess proven theory that's turned out to be right, just like that, because of Matt over here. So moving on to Newsweek.
Strange news.
So Ohio State.
We had some.
Oh my God! When I read this, I couldn't believe it. So Ohio State is allowing an OnlyFans seminar for students on how to get started in sex work because it happens to be Sex Awareness Week or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck their sex week is. I think it's like sex. I don't need promotion or whatever, sex safety or some shit like that. I don't really know. Basically, the story is It's a relatively short article, so I'll read some of it. I'll cut out some other bits. Ohio State University appears to be endorsing the practice of young students starting OnlyFans accounts, at least based on one of the programs that will take place this Saturday during Sex Week. The university, which takes federal funds, gave the green light on a panel that appears to encourage college-age students to pursue a career in sex work. Starting an OnlyFans, join us for a panel with OnlyFans content creators to discuss their experiences and destigmatize digital sex work.
Yeah.
Students advocates for Sexual Health Awareness Week, so that's what that is.
What?
Other panels include Kink 101, Demonizing Porn, Why Do We Need Ethical Production, that I agree with. That's Toxic, a talk on healthy versus toxic masculinity, also agree with that. They Work Hard for the Money, Sex Work with Dr. Tila Sanders. Yeah, actually, you know what? This actually doesn't sound that bad, if I'm being honest with you. These are topics that I feel should be talked about with people. Except Kink 101. That one I don't quite understand what that one's about. Although then I'm also the one on the show who's like, we don't kink shame or anything, but...
Well, I think it's more bringing about...
Just discovering them or like discussing. I don't know. Whatever.
I know.
Point is, go to Ohio State University and partake in Sex Week. There you go. Have fun.
Yeah. At first, when I first saw this, it's like, why do we need a seminar about, hey, sign in, make an account, show whatever, upload. Like, why? But once you actually read the article on what they're doing, it makes more sense.
It's actually, I actually think it's something that should be more widespread, if I'm being honest. I think that sounds interesting, depending on the results and what the actual conversations are about.
Yeah.
I think stuff like this should be definitely promoted more. So.
At first, when I first read this, I thought it was going to be more like, this is how you get more subscribers.
Yeah, this is how you get more subscribers. But apparently
it's
like actual talks of like, here's our situation, here's what we actually do, here's like behind the scenes work and all this stuff and blah blah blah. So like it's actually a seminar on like actually the reality of running the OnlyFans account. So
actually.
Actually.
Anyway, speaking of OnlyFans, two sons got
story was ridiculous.
Two sons got expelled from a Catholic school because their mom has an OnlyFans account. Now, my first thought was,
I want to see if it's the same thought I had.
Who ratted this woman out?
I had an almost similar thought. My thought was, why was someone on the school board on OnlyFans?
Well, that was also part of my. That was actually the first thought. Then it would translate into who ratted her out.
Yep.
So, somebody somehow discovered this woman's OnlyFans, which incidentally wasn't much, because what was it? Like it wasn't really much.
So it's actually really interesting why she started doing this OnlyFans. So she was like, I was missing that intimacy we had, and a lot of it was because I was going through menopause. No matter what you do, you don't feel attractive or sexy. We try different things to spice up our marriage. It's a way that I can work on our intimacy and I can live out my fantasies. I've been doing these pictures to give yourself the self-confidence when I'm like, I do feel sexy again. So really, she wasn't even really necessarily even doing it for like the money. She was doing it because, her and her husband were just working through a patch of not having a connection anymore in the bedroom, and this was their answer, and apparently it was working.
Yeah.
Which, when you hear that kind of shit, and then it's like, oh, by the way, your sons are expelled from school because we found your OnlyFans account. Like, one, what does that have to do with your sons going to school? And two, what business is it of why she opened up the fucking OnlyFans account? Like, who cares? Like, it's totally separate. She's not promoting it at, like, your PTA meeting. She's not wearing it on her fucking shirt. Like, none of that. Like, she's doing it because, and she's not even doing it for money. She's just, like, she enjoyed the attention because it helped her regain her confidence and, like, to help her marriage. You kind of feel bad for her when you read about the situation, honestly, and her kids. Like, what the fuck did her kids have to be punished because she just wanted to feel a little sexier? Like, who cares?
Right. So, like you said, I feel bad for her, feel bad for her sons, actually.
And also, super fun fact, because she actually reveals a lot of her OnlyFans. Her OnlyFans is, like, pretty tame for an OnlyFans account.
Yeah.
It's, like, mostly just sexy outfits. Like, she's gone topless, like, a handful of times, and, like, I don't think she's gone bottomless in any of them that she revealed anyway. And I'm like, yeah, like, apparently they're also making bank, so they're, like, doing very well. But, yeah, and apparently, apparently literally all it is just sexy stories and, like, risque photos is, like, all she does. Like, it's not even, like, hardcore stuff that she's doing.
I think it's mostly, I think they just hear OnlyFans.
Yeah, they hear OnlyFans and they're like, oh, she does the nasty on that shit, and you're in the Catholic school. Oh boy, gotta ban your shit.
You figured that would be the perfect thing, like, or am I thinking of something else? No, that's about it, actually. So.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very strange. Like, when I first heard it, I was like, okay, whatever, not a big deal. And then, like, when I started looking into it, I was like, I kind of feel bad for her. Like, damn, it's, like, actually, like, real sad.
So, in the fun news, so an Australian...
in the greatest news.
An Australian old woman, a grandma...
Yeah,
grandma's age... somebody decides to steal her purse at the pub.
Because, you know, we live in the fucking 40s cartoons.
And, like, yo, this motherfucker just stole my purse. I'm going to chase him down and take it back. And that's what she fucking did.
Yeah. It's called, the video is called Gold Coast Grandma Tackles Bake Snatcher to the Ground. It's a minute long, and the first 30 seconds is you see the guy come around the corner, and he's booking it. And the old lady behind him is also booking it, and he just gets taken out.
Yeah, like,
and he regains himself and he runs away, but I'm like, damn, that was a nice hit, Granny.
Yeah.
Like she went for she grabbed his arm and she dead weighted. She pulled his ass down.
Yeah. And she just latched onto her purse and just didn't let go.
And then she did the whole bear hug on the purse, and he drags her away, and he goes and he leaves eventually. I think.
Yeah.
She gets her purse, and I'm like, you lost, dude. Leave.
Yeah, I know.
Also, he loses his shirt during this interaction.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's him doing it. I think she's grabbing onto him to hold him down or something like that. But yeah, he ends up taking his shirt off, and she throws it back at him. She's like, "Get out of here, Sonny!" And he's like, "Oh, it's so fucking funny. I love it. I highly recommend going to watch this video just because it's great."
True. Although I gotta admit, if you're gonna purse snatch, don't do it in flops. Don't do it in.
I know it's Australia and you're hot as shit and blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
But
pretty hot now.
Come on. Don't be dumb. Dress for the occasion.
When I first saw this, I'm thinking white chicks. It's just a purse. This is
Prada.
Prada. So yeah.
I haven't seen a white chick. I have to rewatch that movie.
It was a good video.
Yeah. Oh man, I haven't had a laugh like that on a 1-minute video since Vine died.
I want to bring back Vine, or at least remake videos.
Get the fuck out! Get TikTok out of here.
I don't. Yeah.
That's the one thing I would have praised the Trump organization for, is banning TikTok. I would have been like, yes, thank God, you've done it. They're not doing it for any reason that I care about, but it's at least banned.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, we don't have a simple of the week. We did kind of have one.
Because the motherfucker deleted his Twitter.
So, he deleted his Twitter. He must have had his spider sense tingling that we were going to make fun coming for him. But, still, his name was Leopold Mose at Leopold Mose. And his bio said he loves God. And other much things that we were going to make fun of him for his sim. But this one goes out to you.
Anyway.
So, yeah. Moving on to our reviews.
Oh, yeah!
It kills me because there's a quarter-second delay, so I see him push it and I expect it to come out right away.
Well, yeah, it has to load.
Yeah, it's got to load. Yeah,
it's got to load.
Looks like a pretty basic soundboard, so I'm not expecting amazing, super awesome quality from it. So whatever. But.
Yeah. Well, unless I can figure out how to actually shorten it. But anyway, review time. First one is. Did you hear that?
No.
Okay, I guess it was my imagination.
Oh no, the demons are in this.
They talk to me.
Yeah, they tell you bad things about quintuplets.
They tell me the Fiend's coming.
That is true.
The Fiend. RKO time. No, okay.
RKO! Out of nowhere!
The first one is the Nosewasure.
Yeah, Nosewasure, I think is how it is. I'm not quite sure.
Female teacher, upcoming sexual frustrations. So her frustrations entail that she is a lesbian in I was going to say an all-female school, but that's not the case.
No.
But she is a lesbian. She is dating a female student, and her birthday is coming up. So she wants to give her something special. she stumbles upon this old. I don't know why they're always an old school building. Why is the damn school building never demolished? Why is it always up?
I don't know, dude.
Why?
I don't know.
Fucking demolish the damn thing
I just fucking tear it down.
and build something. But anyway, so she's in the old school building. She discovers photos of, female students and doing sexy time stuff. And she noticed her old colleague, or now colleague.
Yep.
Or was it a student? Point is, she discovered an old friend. Old friend.
Say that.
And she has a penis. Just right there. That's what happens.
How it happens.
And, she knows, you didn't have that before back then.
Hold on, wait a minute. I just thought, you can keep talking.
Oh, you didn't have that back then. So she calls her up, say, hey, I discovered this photo, and it's like, how'd you get this? You really want to know? If you go down this route, you can never go back. It's like, yes, I want this because I want to give my special lady girlfriend a time of her life. So she introduced to, lo and behold, one of her students, by the way, who came probably pre-jujutsu dude.
This guy.
Right? Was that the name of the series?
Biggest fucking weeb on the fucking planet. I hate him.
That's the name of the series, right?
Jujutsu Kaisen or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
straight out of there.
It's like,
he might be in the background actually. Now that I think about it.
So you're the guy who can give me this penis. I'm like, you want to go down this route? Like, all right. So
she's like in the classroom and she's like, he's one of the weirder students, but he is the one that gave the dick to her. And I'm like, do you mean like he gave the dick as in like he fucked her, or like he gave her the dick as in like she's the reason she has a penis now?
So they go about, it's like, well, hey, I got to put this on your clit, and then now I got to fuck you for 3 days straight, pump everything in you just to make it grow. It's like, I can't believe I have to go through this.
It's literally called a penis seed.
Yeah, I know. Like, I swear, the writer's like, what are we going to call it? Oh, let's keep it simple. Let's call it the penis seed. The penis seed. Works for me.
Works for me, absolutely.
Let's just, So...
She's like, you tricked me. You never said anything about cum. And he's like, yo, to make sure, I gotta dump a shit ton of cum in you. And she's like, damn you. Okay.
Fine. So, eventually she gets her penis, and it's like, well, how do I ejaculate? Well, that's the upsell. I have to pump it in you for you to get it out. Oh, well, you tricked me. No, I kind of did, but yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I did. Oh, and by the way, it has to be mine.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, this dude crossed all his T's and dotted every fucking I. Holy shit.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm pretty sure the little girlfriend actually enjoyed it. I mean, quite frankly, I think everybody's satisfied. The sorcerer dude actually...
Yeah. The weeb guy, the lady chick who's like, yo, I'm only getting this dick to please my girlfriend, the girlfriend. I mean, everyone is happy at the end of this. And it sounded like it was the girlfriend's idea to do this. I'm like 90%.
Because he tears up a love letter of it,
yeah.
But it was never addressed.
Yeah, no, I think it was her who was like, yo, let's set this in motion to get my girlfriend this hot penis, and it's like...
And you get something out of it.
And you get laid out of it. I'm like, oh yeah.
Well, I'm like, okay. So, all in all, I don't know.
I
mean, I know I've seen better plots when girls grow.
Yeah, I've seen.
Once.
I mean, it's interesting because I haven't really seen one where it's like, oh, I can just acquire one through a penis seed. Man, they were up till 4 a.m. thinking about that one.
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those like you have to have sex with me series, and they bang, and that's about it. There's not much because kind of the girlfriend subplot doesn't really matter after a while. She like shows up once in the second episode after they do off-screen sex, and it's like, oh yeah, don't worry, I have a surprise for you eventually, and it's like you're cheating on your girlfriend. Like, what are you doing? You don't.
I'm like, there's a better way to go about this. It's called a strap-on.
Yeah, just get a strap-on, homie.
Boom.
And guess what? There's even dildos that like you can just put full of like fake
Yeah.
cum and shit, and you just do it.
No, I don't know. This was no, it was 2015. So yeah, it existed back then.
Yeah.
It existed back then. So again, I don't know what the fuck the R&D department's thinking about the plot. I don't know about the editor in chief. Say, yeah, it's good.
But just pass or
good.
whatever. Pass it.
Wait, how they get it? Dixie.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Sure, yeah, whatever.
How much money do you need? I need about this. Okay.
$10. Sure, whatever. My favorite is the end of it. They readdress it, even though they've already addressed it. She's like, she grows her dick, and he's like, yep, that's your dick, congratulations. She's like, yo, how do I come? And he's like, well, you don't have the ability to, and, like, you can't make your own semen and, like, sperm, so, like, when you do ejaculate, it'll just be mine. So, like, yeah, if you need more, you gotta come to me, and I'll put more in you. And she's like, damn you. And I'm like, he told you this, like, earlier. What are you going on about?
So
dumb.
It is.
Because, yeah, I think she's like, yo, I can finally give, like, my girlfriend a kid or something. And he's like, well, actually, funny story about that. It'll actually be my kid. She's like, oh, you bastard. And I'm like, what do you think he meant when... You're dumb. You're dumb.
Dumb. Dumb.
Dummy.
Dummy. Dummy.
You big dummy.
Yeah, I just saw Mumford or wait, no. I don't know why Mumford and Sons.
I was about to say, what does Mumford and Sons have to do with anything?
Well, what? Red and Sons.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Moving on. So as far as that goes, no.
Yeah,
Don't bother. Don't
the
bother.
Animation is pretty bad. We've talked about...
Considering MS was actually pretty good, this animation...
Pretty good. I think they probably outsourced this one to whatever the fuck that one that we hate is. Queen Bee, I think, is whatever it is. Yeah.
When I first saw it, I'm like, is this by... And I had to look at it all the title. I'm like, no, this actually is supposed to be a good studio.
Yeah, so...
It's
must
not.
Have just been, it's just one of their shittier ones, so...
Yeah. Moving on. Milf Mansion.
I'll give you $1 if you can think of what this is about. It's actually probably not what you think it's about, actually.
It is not. It really isn't.
So I'll do my lovely reading bit here. Rio and his stepmother Madoka lived happily together, lusting after each other, but content to just watch each other from a distance without doing anything about it. Until one day, Rio discovered that his stepmom was indebted to the Yatsuya family. Oh no! In order to help her, he offered to sell himself and work for Aki Yotsuya, the head of the family. But he had no idea what awaited him in the mansion. At first, it was just Rio, Aki, and Fumi, the maid. But soon, 2 more people moved in. Raiko, Aiki's sister, and Madoka, Ryu's mother. And as time passed, Rio discovered that the 4 women he was sharing the mansion with are all connected in more ways than one. Dun, dun, dun!
Now, the first scene...
They're connected by his penis.
Yeah. Now, oddly enough, when I was... The narrative... And it seems like I'm listening to an erotica audiobook.
Yeah.
The way he describes and talking and monologuing, it's like... Is this an erotica month?
Yeah, it's
like
it's a little weird. The narration is overly explanatory to the point of like you don't think he's like he's not even talking from like the first person perspective.
Yeah.
He's like just making sure that you can try and envision what's happening.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm already watching what's happening. You don't need to explain in great detail what's going on
what
here.
The fuck? So the maid, the only maid in this fucking place.
In a mansion, by the way.
Yeah.
One maid.
Has is it genophobia?
Yeah.
Fear of men.
Yeah.
Because the gynophobia is female.
You know, we need that in a hentai.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because we all know fear of men lasts so long past the 5-minute point.
Which, incidentally, it really
Incidentally,
did.
The reason I say that is because, like, there's a scene where they're like, oh, I'm just having fun with them. It's like, yeah, your turn. And she's like, oh, wait, no, I'm scared of men. She's like,
well, time to get over that.
Time to get over that real fucking quick. And she's like, okay.
Yeah. And so they bang.
I love hentai. It's so good. It's so fucking stupid.
And so that was actually the first fucking night.
Yeah. One night he bangs 2 ladies because, that's his job.
And then he wakes up full decked out in butler attire. It's like, so here's your job. Take care of the garden. First off, who takes care of the garden?
The butlers.
Butler. And now all of a sudden he just takes off his jacket. I'm like, hold on, why don't you just change your whole
Yeah, I was about to be
outfit?
like, she looks rich as fuck. Just be like, can I have, like, gardening clothes? Like, is that okay? I'll wear my suit inside. I'll change. I'll hose myself down outside or some shit.
But nope.
No, he does the whole butler thing when, whatever. Maybe I'm not a butler, so I don't fucking know.
Butler. So yeah, and then next thing you know, the lady of the mansion, sister, comes by and takes him to the dungeon. Always a dungeon in a mansion. It's not a mansion unless you have a dungeon.
Because, logic and hentai.
Yeah, in hentai. And then...
So yeah, the fucking lady rolls up like she owns the place. She's like, oh, yeah, hey, what's up, dude? Long time no see. Sucks. I'm going to bother you guys for a couple days.
I need your manservant.
I'm going to borrow him for a little bit. And your maid. Peace.
Yeah.
They go to the dungeon.
They
hash it out.
And all of a sudden, at the end of the episode, we see dude's mom in the corner. At the last second, man, I'm like, whoa, where the fuck did she come from?
Literally
Just
comes out of
right
nowhere.
there.
And he's like, Mom? She's like, oh, hey, what's up?
I'm like, runs out the room crying.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm like, in like 4 minutes, his dick's gonna be inside you. Why are you running? Like this.
And one of the questions that I had during the last part of the episode, was somebody was in the ceiling because you see the tile move. I'm like, who was up there? Never addressed. Nope. It was never addressed. I'm like, are we gonna get another lady? No.
Nope.
Just
some weird shit happened for some reason.
I thought we were gonna have some ninja lady.
Oh, I was so excited.
Like, ooh.
I was like, oh my god, his mom's a ninja.
I'm like, oh no, I guess we're not gonna address who was in the ceiling.
Yeah. So all that happens in episode 1.
Yeah. And then second episode comes around. It's like they blindfold him, and then they will bring him in. It's like, hey, you're gonna please this one lady.
Absolutely, sure.
Yeah, okay. But he knew who it was.
He knows. I mean, you knew who it was. We all knew who it was.
But this is actually the first time I actually seen somebody blindfolded and not be surprised on who it was.
Yeah. Be like, oh no, I didn't expect it to be you. It's like, you fucking liar.
You knew.
You fucking liar. You fucking knew what this was.
So, I was actually very surprised that
there's an actual line fucking 3 minutes in. I felt a larger amount of blood going to my penis than normal. And I'm like, again, this is not an erotic novel. Why do you? I can see you have a raging heart on my guy. We don't. I know you're excited to fuck your mom. Like, just chill.
And so, and because of the young sister, being all uppity, and so they lock her in the basement.
Yeah, they lock her in the basement because she broke a rule or something like that. I think is their rule.
And
or
then
is the situation. Yeah, no, yeah, it's the head of the house, because I'm just skipped to that part just coincidentally. She's like, yeah, an outsider has harassed my servant. She must be punished. And I'm like, you gave her permission last episode to do what she wanted. What are you going on about?
And so next thing you know, the head maid discovers she has a sadistic side.
God damn it.
But at the same time, she hated the Rio's mom for some odd reason. I think it was because she stole Rio's dad.
Or something. Or because she kept the kid or something like that. I can't remember.
It was a dumb reason. They make up. But somehow somebody burnt that. Then she gets blamed for burning down the mansion. And then at the end of the scene, or episode, I should say, they find the Rio and the head MILF lady of the house. It's like, you really want to be with me? It's like, yeah, sure, I want to be with you. You made me discover so much things that I like about you. I'm like, all right, come here, we can fuck. And it revealed it was actually the head of the maid that burnt down the house for unknown reason, because she's actually the bastard child of the family. And
a very weird twist.
Yeah, and she was hiding in the cupboard, an actual wardrobe cupboard, not a closet. And she comes out with a shock, and the next thing you know, it scene ends where it shows her jamming the baton right up in the cooch.
Yeah, right up where you don't see the sunshine.
And roll credits. I'm like, what the fuck was that? So, aside from the plot and the obvious weirdly step incest going on.
So kind of incest, kind of not.
No, there's a word for it. I just can't think of the word of it.
I can't think of it, but yeah. I do recommend Milf Mansion. Just for the plot. Honestly, I'm not even kidding. Like, watch it for the plot and try and figure it out. I fucking can't.
Yeah. Because I wish there was a little more time to explain why the revenge.
Yeah, like why the whole burning the fucking house down and shit.
I mean, I get it. You're the bastard child. You were brought up as a maid. Maybe. I don't know. Who cares? But the scenes in itself was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, it didn't go as heavy into the BDSM stuff as I thought they were going to, considering, sex dungeon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're super into the BDSM and, like, we're expecting that.
Yeah, there's not much in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Next up is Immoral. Now, to me, I think this happens in the same universe as Onichichi, because for some odd reason, somebody's supplying these guys with the spray bottles that makes them sexually active. This Hentai Acme company. So the first teacher all of a sudden just winds up with this spray bottle.
Yeah.
He's getting harassed by this kid student.
What kind of fucking adult are you if a fucking high school girl like runs your shit?
Yeah,
You're
it's
a fucking loser. You suck.
Yeah.
And, like, you go home and cry like,
I'll get you.
I'll get you.
What's this mysterious bottle that just popped in my mailbox? Like, oh, spray this on the aphrodisiac and then blah blah. Oh, let's see if it works. Spray. Oh man, super horny. I need dick. Oh, you know. Here I am.
Should have thought about that before you made fun of me.
Yeah. So he bangs.
I hate these stories so much. They're so stupid.
Well.
It's like, I can't take it seriously. Like, your life is ruined by high schoolers. Fuck off.
Like, well, okay. I'm gonna get my revenge. So the whole story is him, like I said, spray bottle, aphrodisiac, spray on you, I'm gonna bang you. Spray on you, I'm gonna bang you. Oh, you two are lesbians? Oh, I'm gonna spray it on your girl and watch her while I take her, virginity in front of you, and I'm gonna bang you later. Which is weird on that second episode where he just lifts her up by her ankles and it just somehow pendulum swings right perfectly on his right insert. It's like, all right, first off, fuck, she's heavy as shit. I don't know how much dead weight just picking up somebody by their ankles, and then do pendulum swing them, lands perfectly, and like just take your virginity, break your hymen, just like that. It's like
10 out of 10, honestly. If there was an Olympics.
Yeah, like, okay, oh, that just happened.
Yeah, that was in fact a thing.
Yeah. So, this one, if you like your whole mind control, aphrodisiac, spray bottle, revenge type, sure, knock yourself out. They say harem.
No.
Not really.
I mean, like, if you count harem as just he does multiple girls, sure.
I mean, yeah, technically that is is a harem.
Yeah.
I think there's got to be. What is the amount? Because obviously it's not. What is the minimum for a harem, anyways?
I think 3.
Is it 3?
I think 3.
Okay. Well, there's 4. And the last scene with the daughters and the mom, he doesn't do the mom, but he kind of does it in front of the mom.
Yeah, it does in front of the mom. It's like
and you're
one
just
of those punishment things, and it's just like, what are you punishing her for? What? Whatever.
yeah. So, excuse me. Yeah. Like I said, if you like your harem, mind control, sure, knock yourself out. The plot in itself,
not great.
It's not great. It's very, very, very basic. Cookie cutter. It's very cookie cutter.
Yep.
Sex scenes in itself, it's okay. Nothing to write home about, but it's pretty good. Like I said, it's not write home about, but it's not bland.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, again, I always call it the random test. If you see it on random when you're on the website, sure, but I don't think it's one that you have to, like, seek out or anything like that. So.
No. And another thing is, why is this dude wearing a lab coat and he's not even
constantly,
and he's not even a science teacher at all. I don't think.
He's like the school nurse or doctor or something like that.
No, he's not. He's a teacher. He's not even a nurse.
Oh, is he? That made it sound like he was like the school nurse or something.
No, I mean if he was a nurse, then that would understand why he's wearing a lab coat.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, why? Because from the looks of it, from his outfits, he's wearing his dress shirt, tie, and then a lab coat.
Yeah.
And he's not even wearing a jacket or nothing like that. I'm like, what's with the lab coat, man? Why? Who the fuck wears a lab coat?
Honestly,
It's not even wearing.
Honestly, you deserve to be made fun of if you just wear a lab coat unironically.
It's not even a science teacher. It's not even a science. You're not even science. Dude, you teach history. Why are you wearing a lab coat?
Oh shit! Did I walk into the wrong fucking class?
So yeah, that was my problem with fucking this thing. I want to know. We should find this Hentai Acme company that's wheeling and dealing in aphrodisiacs.
Now, of course, we would use our powers for good.
No, I'll probably do the same thing.
I know a couple bitches from Maps.
They'll have this coming.
They'll have this coming. Get it?
But yeah, that's.
Oh God.
Kind of, I guess, kind of lackluster for reviews because, like the one we just did, Immoral is very cookie cutter. Milf Mansion.
Oh yeah. It's okay.
It was okay, and then the first one, frustrated teacher. Don't even bother. Don't even
Immoral,
bother.
don't even waste your goddamn time.
Oh man, last night was horrible. I binge watched WandaVision.
Oh yeah.
All the way up until 12:30.
Ooh, that's rough, buddy.
It was, cause I mean, I didn't realize it was gonna be that short for film.
Yeah.
But it was, so I'm like, just knock it out.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well.
So yeah. That's our show. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hopefully next time we'll have more sound effects because this is awesome. Bruh. Oh wait.
I waited in suspense for that.
So yeah. Thanks for that one like we got.
Let's go for 10 likes on the next video.
Oh, forgot to mention last time. Our January we had 100 downloads.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. And it went down to 80.
Aww.
But who knows?
We're getting there. We're getting in the triple digits, boys.
Yeah. I don't know if it's because of my in between episodes because of that.
Still.
So
downloads are downloads.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it.
So yeah, thanks again for checking us out. Keep listening and whatnot. Once again, send us an email if you want to hear certain topics or whatever.
Yeah, any weird conversations or stuff that you want to start or funny news articles that we missed or anything like that. So
yeah. So
email's in the description.
Right. One final thing. One final thing. If you're going to end in Minneapolis, I don't know if you got that email.
I did.
Rooms are $99.
Yep.
That damn. And if you do go that route, you're entered to a chance to get not bumped up next year. Enter a chance to get their executive suite.
Yep.
For 2 nights next year. I'm thinking about just doing that just to enter my name. I'm
not gonna show up.
But
yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm still taking a year off, just safer than sorry and all that good jazz, and just I don't want to go to a half-ass convention. I'm sorry, that just sounds so boring.
No.
But if you're going, more power to you. Have fun, enjoy it, all that good jazz.
Yeah, because we won't be there.
Yeah, I won't be there this year.
Unless some weird way, unless all of Minnesota gets vaccinated at U.S. Bank. And then,
unless we're all super allowed to get it and everyone that travels has it and all that good stuff. Then I'll go. But I'm giving it a year before I do any heavy traveling or anything like that. So or going to conventions and risking the T virus mutating from all this. So let's see what happens.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, that was the last thing. Thanks for listening. I am Jarek.
I'm Matt.